Right, mate.
And we're live.
And we are live. First of all, welcome back to Lockdown Live. This is going to be the last of the Lockdown Lives because, of course, on Monday we get a bit of freedom back and we're all very much looking forward to getting back out to our outdoor places properly. But welcome back to the stream. I've got a beer in hands. I hope you have as well. If you don't drink, you've got a nice cup of tea or coffee or something like that. Whatever your favourite tipple or choice is. I can see there's a few people who've been in the comments very early. Thanks very much to those. It was scheduled to start at now 8:30. So there you go. So yeah, first of all, welcome, Ant. How's it going, mate?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. After all, we had a little jaunt today, didn't we, mate? In the on the moorland, putting the world to right.
It's been
what was the weather
while,
like?
Hasn't it? Yeah, nuts, absolutely nuts. But it has. It's been a long while to actually get out and meet your mates again. So yeah, nice one for coming down there, Chris. Really good. Yeah.
Really we got nice. Some cracking weather because, would you believe we had a bit of snow and ice today, and I took the camera along, so there'll be a video in due course, probably up tomorrow night. But yeah, there's snow up on Spittler's Edge towards Great Hill. Snow and ice, mate. It completely took us by surprise, and that is the latest I've ever known it, mate. For snowing and things like that.
Oh, yeah,
so
we're in the middle of April, aren't we? And it's like, but the thing was, I was saying to Chris, I got in the car and I'd set off and I were like 10 minutes into my journey. I'm thinking, I need my sunglasses. It's killing me, this. I need my sunglasses. And next minute, it's just a blanket of blizzard, wasn't it? It's just like full on. And the main road into where we were was full of snow. Nuts, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, but it was a good one, mate, wasn't it? Nice and really interesting.
Good. Yeah, really good.
So format, guys, I'll tell you about the format of this one. We've got a bit of a quiz, haven't we, Anne?
We have, yeah. The old camping quiz is back.
It's the finale, mate, isn't it? The final episodes of the camping quiz.
Yeah, I'm going to be gutted when it's gone. It was quite fun.
Yeah.
So it's a really good one though tonight, guys. So get your thinking hats on because it's going to be a good one.
So we've got the camping quiz, some funny tales. We've got a few riddles for you to try and guess. We've got a spooky story to end up with, depending on how things go. And we've got a very special guest. We're trying to sort of vary the content. Unfortunately, Tony is otherwise engaged today, so he can't be with us this evening. But we've got someone who has agreed to take part at very short notice and who's never done a live stream before. So I will just work out how to get her in, but I'd just like to drop her into the feed there. Welcome, Tracy Cross. Anyone who followed, thanks very much. I know it's a bit nerve-wracking. You don't need to worry. It's a nice, friendly brunch. Thanks very much for agreeing to do it. It's a good laugh and informal, but Tracy doesn't have a YouTube channel just yet, do you? Not persuaded to do that, but Instagram.
No.
You will see her on there as Wonder Woman 30 or Wonder Woman on Instagram. You can see the links or how to find her on Instagram below. She does all sorts of crazy stuff. What do you love, Tracy? Outdoors. You just sort of do it all. I think you're a bit of a daredevil, as evidenced by the fact you've agreed to come on this live stream. Yeah. So
this is my biggest challenge.
Yeah, your biggest challenge coming on the live stream. Just throwing you in at the deep end tonight. But yeah, thanks very much and welcome to.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, thanks for coming
on. I think what we're going to do is just mix the format up a little bit on this one. Obviously, we're going to see, guys, all your questions on the right-hand side. We'll try and get through them as we can. We will have a bit of a formal question session as such when we get to that. But for now, I think we're going to jump straight in with the finale of the wild camping quiz.
We're going to get it in,
a beer, a glass of wine. Tracy, what you're on there? I think you've got something sparkly. Prosecco. Excellent. So, Ant, I think we'll hand over to yourself, mate, and we'll crack on with the quiz.
Let's do it. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so this one is, if I can get it working, there we go. Yeah, this one is going to be probably my favourite one of all time, and it's all about food. I love food. I'm trying to lose weight, but it's really hard because I love food. So, this is all about it. So, first question for you all. Okay. Can you believe we're up to question 40, by the way?
Question 40.
40 questions we've done. It's been
This
going
quiz
on
has
a bit,
been on.
this, Tracy.
It's been going
It has
on for
been
like
going on.
4 hours, this quiz.
It has.
It's a 4-hour quiz.
So, first question. Right. There is a few in here what I've read through that are funny wording, so bear with me, yeah. Name everything you need to bring if you if you wanted to cook beans on toast. So basically, I'm thinking
again.
all the utensils and everything that you would need to cook beans on toast when you're camping.
All the utensils.
Well, that's what I'm reading it as. What would you need? Name everything you'd need to bring with you if you wanted to cook beans on toast.
Right.
He's on still doing this quiz. It's going on, Mark. Oh, yeah.
Look at so that one wife. Tracy, go on you. That's terrible. Tracy, what would you say for that?
To take it, you'd need your stove. You'd only really need your spoon. Toast, you'd have to be inventive with. You could use your stove for that as well. I don't think you'd need that much. It's pretty basic.
How are you getting into that tin of beans?
Oh.
You got
Can I say tin opener? I feel like it should say something more survival than a tin opener. But if we haven't got a tin opener, what would I use?
I would.
You don't use a tin opener. They've always got a full thing.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
I'd use my teeth, mate, and just bite it open. Chuck Norris.
To be honest with you, I needed that tin opener today. I had to put the tin opener in, I couldn't have got in the full brekkie.
Yeah,
it was a bit, bit awkward.
I'm going with stove, tin opener, unless it's a ring pull, mate. In which like that's it. You don't need anything. If it's a ring pull, mate, Heinz ring pull, that's it. Even Aldi ring pull now. How would you cook? How would you toast your toast? What would you do? I'd just get it on a bit of a twig, mate. Just push it through a twig and I'll make a bit of a, hold it next to the fire, old school.
Yeah.
What have we got in the comments? Get beans with a ring pull. Ring pull all day.
Ring pull. Get beans with a ring pull. Gary IPALs are last. Matt Thornton bread. Someone's put a toaster.
Hey Mary, how's it going? Yeah, toaster. Housekeeper. Wow. You guys are rich. An housekeeper. Oh my gosh. Ring pull all day. Okay, let's do it.
Go on, let's hit it.
The answer is, here we go. There's all right. This is all what you need for beans on toast. Right, here we go. So camping stove, gas, can of beans, something to open the beans, a plate, bread, pepper, pot to cook it in, and a fire.
That's
9 things there to cook. It's a simple beans on toast. What would take you, 5 minutes at home? That's not.
Yeah, I disagree with that, mate. But
pepper. What's all that about?
Yeah.
Pepper.
Crazy.
Pepper.
Who wrote this quiz? And it ain't me, by the way. I didn't write this quiz.
Right.
Yeah,
we're throwing that one out, mate.
So next one. All right. Okay. How do you put out a campfire properly? Chris, come on.
You will find some water, and once you've had your fire, you will douse it with water. You will also dig down a little. You will also dig down into the earth and make sure it's fully, there's no burning underneath the substrate, and just get loads of water on it. Check that it's not burnt underground. That's what I think.
I like that. Okay,
Tracy, you're partial to a sensible fire on the beach, self-contained on the pebbles. I've seen that from time to time.
Well, if it's on the beach, you've got access to water we haven't. I'd bury it under dirt and smother it that way.
Well, the beauty of a beach camp or a beach fire is basically you're on sand anyway, so it's perfect.
Yeah, you can just smother it.
Yeah, you can dig a sand pit and have it in a pit, So there's no problems there at all. That my camp that we and Charlie had, we dug right down, and then we brought in sand and put sand in it, and then had our fires on the top of the sand. So yeah, that's the perfect place, that, Tracy.
We got a few comments. GJ pee all over it. Dan Marsden's been a little left. Pit. Preach about a good pit.
They all think the same, don't they? You all think the same.
To be honest, it was the first thing that come into my head. I just didn't want to say it. That'd be all right for a bloke. I'm not sure like women would have the it's like different, isn't it? Different dynamic there without going into it. We won't open that can of worms, but yeah,
Yep. Perfect. Mark says, 100% wrote the insane 3 months long quiz.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Ladies pee all over it. Unwanted. What was that?
Yeah.
1664.
Cronenberg poured all over it. I'd never do that, mate. That's sacrilege.
No way. Go. It gives me an hangover bad, but I still wouldn't pour it on the fire. No chance. Daniel, what are you thinking, dude? The answers. Okay. So I finally found out these questions are written in I can't even speak. It's a US quiz. So this answer for this is the US Forestry Service's website. This is what you do. Here we go. Go on, what's that? Call the fire brigade.
I just say, shout out Mari, mate. One size there.
I did do. Yeah, welcome. So first, drown the campfire with water. Next, mix the ashes and the embers with soil. Yeah.
Is this a recipe, mate?
Yeah. Scrape all parsley, burnt sticks and logs, which is probably what I would do, actually, logs, to make sure that all the hot embers are off them. Stir the embers after they're covered with water and make sure that everything is wet. Number 5, step 5. This goes down. There's 100 steps here, guys, by the way. So no, there is actually 10 steps to it. Feel the cold embers and partially burnt wood with your hands. Everything, including the rock fire ring, should be cool to the touch. This is before you leave camp, by the way.
Ring.
Yeah.
What ring?
Feel under. Yeah, your fire ring. You when you make a ring of stones and stuff. Yeah. Feel under the rocks to make sure there's no embers underneath them. And then 8, when you think you are done, take an extra minute and add more water. Finally, check the entire campsite for possible sparks or embers. No, seriously, you walk around the campsite, literally all around your campsite, to look if any embers have gone off. Because it only takes a minute for the fire to start somewhere else. And then number 10, remember, if it is too hot to touch, it is too hot to leave. Yeah. Please
my God.
Completely put out your fire. It could prevent wildfires. All right, there we go.
Right, mate, that's very preachy, that, like, Jesus Christ.
Man. Walk around the campsite. Around the campsite. Okay.
Beardy weirdy, call the fire brigade. Brimmers, Tony be pouring his £10 dials on it. Funny one here to Benny Mac. You could extinguish it with Tony's tears after he's paid for his beer.
Oh, man. Shout out Tony, by the way. Shout out Tony.
Yeah, if Tony gets back, we'll just jump him in. So
we'll bring you in, Tony.
Good one, mate.
If you're in. Oh, man.
Nice vocal.
Fire, baby.
I like your vocals there, mate. You're in tune.
Oh, you want to see me on karaoke? It's awesome. Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Right. Let's have
Next.
Right. How long do you need to boil water? All right. This is for you guys. I haven't got a clue. What? How long does it take do you need to boil water for to kill parasites? Hi, Charlie.
Ooh.
Do you want to come on camera? Charlie's here. He's got a
kill
face full. You look like a hamster. You got that much chocolate in his cheeks here, guys. It's unbelievable. Oh, is it curry? Oh, he's healthy. No, it's curry.
Tracy, what are you going with?
I'd say boil it.
How long for?
I'd say how long for till it's boiling?
Yeah.
How long would it
I know,
take?
yeah, but it says how long have you got to boil it for to kill parasites? Mari, 3 days.
Yeah. Using a transiverter, 3 days.
So once it's at boiling.
Oh.
Yeah. We got a few sessions here. We got 3 days, Jack 24 hours, Mari 3 days, Dan Marsden 5-minute roll and boil, Rodri 3 minutes, Matt a boil. You know, I'm going with 2 minutes, mate. I think 2 minutes. What do you reckon, Ant?
Yeah, I would say 2 minutes. I would say rolling boil, depending on jet boil, 2 minutes. Let's have a look. Keep on coming in.
Let's see your suggestions. Donna Blitz, we're just getting loads of emojis. I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. During to the boil, at least for 1 minute. So sensible answers. We're saying sort of like what? Sort of 1 to 3 minutes.
Nonsense. It's 5.
Nonsense. 5. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know, mate. We're going to find out.
Go. Okay. Right. How long does it take to boil to kill any parasites? At least 1 minute.
Oh, there we go.
At least 1 minute. So, question 43. Now, I'm going to get this wrong because I'm not the best at reading. I'll be honest. But I went to wife. I said, "What's that? What's that all about?" And I've never heard of them. So I'm still going to get it wrong. So, what are s'mores? What are s'mores?
S'mores.
Biscuits and
But
marshmallows.
I actually read it up. Les, what's this? What's an s'mores? What's an s'mores? So what is a s'mores, guys? What is a s'mores? Tracy, go on.
Marshmallows and biscuits of some description. Chocolate digested. Winner.
Okay, that's your answer, Chris.
Say, mate, I didn't know what we were. I thought it was a miracle thing. Benny Mac, little blue people with white hats and pants. They can't have a serious birthday. I love it. I saw him. Yeah, I'll be we had a fire in Matt's back garden a couple of weeks ago, and he brought them out in a proper box, mate. It was all it's very posh and civilized. But yeah, marshmallows.
S'mores.
It was the brand S'mores, and mate, you got like a gel.
Brand, is it?
You got a gel burner, mate. You got a burner with it to melt your marshmallows over with like fuel gel. Yeah.
Oh my word!
Brimmer's good one. Look at Brimmer's s'mores. Isn't that where you go camping? We were on the s'mores today, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
right. S'mores.
Brimmer's love it.
Melted biscuits. Natalie, yeah. Camping in the West. Camping in the West Menine s'mores. Okay, are we all happy with that yet?
We're happy with that.
Okay. Oh my gosh. They're a North American sweet snack consisting of a chocolate bar, toasted marshmallow sandwiched in between graham crackers. Something along those lines will do. So it's basically that's what a s'more is, but there are other ways you can do it, I suppose. It's American quiz, isn't it? So we're going off what they do. So
graham crackers. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know whether I'd eat. Yeah, but is it sweet crackers? You can get sweet crackers, digestives. That's a cracker, isn't it? Really.
Shout out Neil Davidson, evening Neil. Glad you could join us.
Hey, Neil.
Comments on the videos. Yeah.
Oh, nice one, dude. Nice one. Right. Okay. Next question. Okay, where is it? Here it is. Right, question 44.
Just legendary, these, mate.
What's the best thing to do Right, this is one I got stuck on. Really, it's not worded right. So it's not me, yeah? It's not me. What's the best thing to do with not used boiled water so as not to waste energy of heating it? Heating it. Not eating it, heating it. So what?
Say that again.
I know, right? It's not just me. I didn't get it. Right, so what's the best thing to do with not used boiled water so as not to waste the energy of eating it?
Not use boiled water. So you don't have to reboil it.
Drink it.
If you have the luxury of a thermos flask, you could put it in a flask. Otherwise, it's going cold, isn't it? Try and put a lid over it. Try and insulate it from the air. I don't know, mate. What a ridiculous...
Hang on a minute.
I'm not slagging the question off, mate.
So it's used water. So basically, you've made a brew with it, right? What do you do with it? What do you do with the rest of that water? But you could
throw it on your fire
meal with it, couldn't you? You could stick your food in it. You know, your look what we made foods.
Look what Dan Mars
wash it undercarriage. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, it's a way to do it. Just make sure it's not too hot.
Undercarriage. Yeah, you shouldn't have unused boiled water in the first place. Yeah, Joe. Hiya, Joe. Have a wash.
Have a wash. Yeah.
Joe, when we get to the comment section, mate, you can tell me how the hand warmer's going as well. And anyone who's got questions for Tracy, that will be coming up soon. Just putting you on notice there, Tracy. So think of your questions for Tracy.
Yeah, questions for Tracy. Hey, Phil.
Noodles.
Six, Phil. How you doing, mate? You stuck in work, dude? Oh, man. Saturday night work. Lots of digestives.
Mari, make another coffee, possibly. You'd be on a Bailey's. She'd be on a Bailey's or something. Some kind of like cocktail.
Oh, you make some sort of awesome food there, Mari. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've seen her. Mari's like... I have to say that Mari's like camping meals are like put mine to shame. I make a packet of noodles and we get all sorts.
Awesome.
I couldn't even think about it.
Go and check out Mari's channel, Fundraising Earthling.
Right. What's the answer?
Fun size Earthling. Fundraising Earthling. This is what's coming into my head after fundraising. So yeah, it's Fun Size Earthling. Go and check her out on YouTube. She's awesome. And she makes some really good food. Really good food.
The comments are comedy.
Right, here we go. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, Chris. Wow. Keep it in a vacuum flask for later.
What if people haven't got a flask with them? I think that question is inane. Who regularly carries a thermos flask with them? Just
Obviously
to keep...
you.
Oh, mate.
Because you thought of it. You did it. Hey, you got it right, dude. You got it right.
You take a flask. Yeah, mate, I don't like that. I'm not happy about it. Yeah.
Good admin. Good admin.
Tracy, you're being asked, yeah, what's your tipple? Hold the bottle up, show it. Yeah, she's had 5 bottles of Prosecco before she came on. Right,
have you finished the bottle as well? Good on you.
Yeah, she's
still pouring. She's still pouring. It's good.
Nope.
Yeah, my son's just texting saying, take it easy, Mum.
Here we go. Right, so question 45. What should you look for in a can/tin when shopping?
What should you look for? I think I get this.
I'm going to say the expiry date. Yes.
How
long can this stay in my cupboard?
I'm gonna go with we just spoke about Mike actually, Cheshire Wanderer, and he got pulled up on one of his videos where he cooked baked beans actually in the can over a fire. And somebody complained and said, listen, you shouldn't be doing that because there's like inside the can, there's like a plastic coating inside the camp, so you can't actually put it on the fire and cook, because obviously all the plastic will go into the food. But I said, right, well, what happens if you buy it from Lidl or Aldi, where they use cheaper stuff? They're not going to afford to put plastic in there. They're just going to leave it as a tin.
Mate, and can I just say that worries me, that worries me greatly, because Matt and I, a few months ago, we had a big tin of hot dogs. We just took the top off and put the hot dogs in the fire in the tin and then ate them.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done it loads.
Yeah,
we've done it loads. Let's have a see. Ring pull. Yeah, I think it's good. Matt's right. Matt's going to be right. I think it's going to be a ring pull. Make sure there's a ring pull on it when you're looking for a tin. Although, having said that, they did say make sure there's a tin opener, didn't they, on the last one that we were doing? So yeah, ring pull. Urban myths. Cans have plastic. It's an urban myth. Oh, I don't know, Mark. Oh.
What's the real answer, mate?
Are we ready? Are we going for it?
Reveal.
For it. Here we go. Wow. Yeah, that it has a ring pull.
Right.
So this quiz is contradicting itself, because the last one said make sure that you take out a tin opener. What's going on? Who's wrote this quiz?
Well, Rodri's had a big tin of spuds explode on him on a wild camp.
What's your spuds, man?
You've got to watch out for them, mate. Watch out for them exploding tins of spuds. Is that them new potatoes? They're quite nice then, mate. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Right. Have we got any more, mate?
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to be emotional when this ends.
Yeah. I like this one. This one's a good one. Not this question, but the whole quiz. When it comes to camping food, what I don't know this one. What are Tic Tac boxes used for? What do you what? Yeah, you know Tic Tac. She's shaking a Tic Tac. Did she just shake her Tic Tacs at me? Them.
What are they used for?
What are they used for?
Weeing and your tenting and your night.
Seriously? Oh no.
I don't know. That was a terrible joke.
Your 4 season sleeping bag would be full of it.
I reckon the same as
salt and pepper.
Basti Bougie. Yeah. Salt and pepper. Matchsticks, Marley. Yeah, good shout on that one. Are you speaking from experience there, mate? That we are getting some top tips for people. Any wild campers watching this, that is a good shout, matchsticks.
Yeah.
Painkillers.
Salt and pepper. Painkillers. See, I would never have thought of anything like this. I just look at it. It's a plastic box. I might put tinder in it. I could put some what's it called in it? Birch bark or something. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Any more, guys? 10 seconds.
Sherbet.
Instant coffee. Yeah, instant coffee.
Herbs. Herbs is a good one.
Pretty much anything, isn't it?
Storing your Tic Tacs, obviously.
Yeah. Could do, yeah. Okay, we go. Are you ready? Not one of you said. Not one of you. Oh gosh. Not one of you have said spices.
No, someone said herbs. We'll have to give that a mark.
Yeah, but it's herbs and spices, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 points, Matt. 5 points. You're not having the full 10 on that one, dude. Right, next one. Right, okay. Is there anything more useful than tinfoil when it comes to cooking for camping? So what else is more important than tinfoil when you're cooking in camping? Hey, Steve.
I don't know about this one.
Socks.
I don't know.
What's more important than tinfoil? Oh, yeah, I've never took tinfoil.
That's right, Penny. Yeah, you need a fire to cook. Fire, yeah. Yeah, they're all coming through with fire. Yeah. Sticks,
Fuel.
wood.
Yeah, fuel. Your fuel.
Yeah.
Mari, who takes the tinfoil?
I have done
we
once,
put our
actually.
tinfoil hats on to stop you getting abducted by aliens in the moors, in the s'mores of a night.
The s'mores. I love that. That's so funny. Been on s'mores this morning.
What's more important? Windbreaker. Pan scrubber. Somebody else's wife. Somebody else's wife.
Oh, man. Whiskey.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, who needs food? Just get the booze.
Oh, God.
Bring the booze. Leave the food at home.
Yeah, a tent.
Yeah.
Go. Final answer.
Are we ready?
Fuel. Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready? Yeah. Fire.
Really?
That's off to you guys. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Who come up with these questions, mate?
Wow. Yeah. Well, I know that's off though. Yeah, fire. Right. Question 48. 2 more to go after this, and then we're done. How can you make the ice in a cool box last as long as possible? What do you do to make it last longer than it actually does? Water. Put it in a river. Put it in a river.
Yeah. Like,
Wrap it in tin foil.
Yeah. Does the trick, doesn't it?
what about
Keeps it
burying
cool.
it?
Bury it.
Salt.
Burying it.
Salt, keep
Yeah.
it cold.
Keep it cold. Yeah.
Put
Plug
it in
it
the freezer.
Put it into your ciggy lighter in your car.
Yeah.
They're all plugging now,
Go
aren't they?
camping in the
Yeah,
UK.
go camping in the UK. any
Yeah.
time of year. Yeah. Go on holiday to Cornwall.
Chill the items first. Yes, you could do. Whatever goes in, make sure they're frozen.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Phil.
Don't open the lid until the time you want to take them out.
Why
Don't
does it
just
make
keep
a
looking at it
difference?
saying, well, yeah, because you're letting warm air in every time you open the lid.
Right.
I've never taken ice. Have you?
No.
I've never
Well, that's-
taken ice. I've never done
No.
That's a
Ever.
really good idea, though, Phil. I wouldn't have thought of that. Make sure it's frozen. Whatever you take along with the ice, make sure whatever food you take is frozen. I'm going with that. I'm going with that. Wild camping in Antarctica, winter camping definitely. Who takes ice with them? Only put
Leave
beer
it
in
at
there.
Leave it at home.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You ready?
The big reveal, mate.
Keep the cooler out of the sun and keep the lid closed tight. Get lost. What a rubbish answer. We have miles better answers than that.
Whoever decided this quiz, like whoever wrote it, is an idiot.
That's right. Okay, everybody who's in chat now, right? For the if we're ever going to do any more lives, right? Everybody write a question down, yeah, and send it to my email address. antbowden38@gmail.com. Send me your questions in along with the answers, and I'll do that as a quiz. Just send them in. Loads of questions. Get them in, and we'll do a proper quiz. That'll be better, won't it? That's cool. That yeah. Because these.
How many more have we got to endure, mate?
Here we go. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Why is it saying C? I don't know. Yeah, we've just got. Oh wow. Oh. Oh, okay. Right, this is the last one. This is it. Question 49. Here we go.
I'm still listening.
Here we go. Right. If you're camping in Burr country, name 3 things you can do to be Burr aware. But the reason why I'm laughing is because when I read it in the Foot Roots at Live, I went, when camping in beer country, name 3 things that you could do to be beer aware. What an idiot. She went, what?
Bear aware.
It's beer aware. When you're camping in beer country, what are you going to do? Make sure you bring a bottle opener.
Well, mate, I know what you've got to do. You've got to mark your territory outside your tent, haven't you?
We all over it.
You got to wee in a perimeter around your tent.
I'm weeing.
Put salt down, mate. You don't like the salt, do you?
Oh God! All right, a few people are saying get it up high, hang your food, firm handshake and eye contact.
Firm handshake and eye contact. Who said that? Where's that?
Mark. How you doing, pal?
Firm handshake and eye contact.
All right, mate. Keep your ball handy. Oh man.
Eye contact. I better stare off. A blinking competition.
Benny, is this the part where I gets on his knees and starts worshipping scary wildlife?
Scary wildlife. Oh God.
Cross me palms. That's what you do. That's what you do with monkeys, anyway. You get on your knees and you do that. Oh man, fire food away from camp, and a gun. Right, coast. Gary says coast or country? Question for Tracy, and why? Oh, cost.
Yeah.
All right. These are your questions. These are your questions coming up. So we need to kind of write these down.
Just store that in your head. Store it in your head.
Store it in your head, there, Tracy.
Right, monkey wants to get it in a headlock.
I better start work. Glad that I was able to join. Oh, nice one. Cheers for coming on, Mary. Good stuff.
See you, Mari.
Badgers scare me. I've got so many dead badgers. Right, okay, we ready?
You just put your food in a tree.
So first one, make a noise. Let birds know you're there. Call out, clap, sing, or talk loudly, especially near streams, dense vegetation, and berry patches. On windy days and in areas of low visibility, bells are not enough. Bells?
Bear
bells, yeah.
Ring the bear bell.
Watch for fresh burr signs. Okay. Tracks, droppings, diggings, torn up logs, turned over rocks, and all signs that birds have been there in the area. Leave the area if the signs are fresh. Keep a dog on the leash at all times. Leave it at home. Leave it at home. Dogs can provoke defensive behavior on birds. Large size groups are less likely to have serious bird encounters. Oh gosh, there's loads here. Use officially marked paths and trails. If you come across large dead animals, leave the area immediately. Dispose of fish offal in fast-moving streams or deep parts of the lake. So get rid of the guts, guys. Get rid of them.
Fish guts.
Yeah. So if you're going over to America or Canada, make sure you get rid of your guts. Yeah. Right. Sorted. That is the quiz. Awesome. High five to everybody who's been in and done
I'll tell you
stuff.
And here's one for you, mate. I'm just going to put you on the spot.
Go on.
There was a good book I read, mate, by Bill Bryson. And he does the what's that Appalachian Trail, and that he has a bear encounter, mate. He does it's called A Walk in the Woods. People might have seen it in the car. If you've read it in the comments, let us know.
Is that the one where he goes with his best mate? And
I think it's just the full solo hike of the full Appalachian Trail, on his own. But what noise would you make, Anne, if it was just you have to make a bear noise to scare it off? What noise would you go for? I'm just asking you that, mate, because we talked about the praying last time. You said you back off slowly, didn't you, to the wolf, mate? Down on your knee.
I would be, yeah.
What would you do, mate? What noise would you make?
I have got my door shut, and I am in a soundproof. What's it called? But the wife's still here, so I can't really shout out really loud.
Yeah, well, even a quiet.
You've got to make yourself big, haven't you? You know what I mean? You got to make yourself massive. You know what I mean? That's what you do. The actual fact, there is a tip that I've seen on that one that you're talking about, Walk something or other. Robert Redford has done one, Walk in the Wild or something it is called, and they have a bear encounter where he actually stands in his tent and he lifts his tent up and he sticks his head out through the door and he goes roar and starts shaking his tent. So yeah, why not make yourself big? That's what you got to do. Make
It's what birds do and some insects and things do. They make themselves look bigger, don't they, to scare off predators? It'd be absolutely terrifying.
Nick Nolte, that's it. Yeah. Robert Redford and Nick Nolte. Looks a good film. I've not watched it yet, but yeah.
God. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But
keep the comments civil.
Yeah.
Right. Tracy's ran off. She's headed off. And that's it. But I think what we're going to do is move on to questions, really. And I know you've asked me and Ant most questions, and you know possibly a long time on YouTube. But I'm just going to drop this one up. Questions for Tracy. So here we are. It is open season. I think you had the first one off Gary IPA Ales, who was asking coast or country, Tracy, and why? To Gary. Everyone else think of something to ask Tracy. Coast or country?
Mark.
I'd say country. I live on the coast, so I can do that all day, every day.
Fair enough.
But getting out into the country is a bit different for me. I have to travel to it, and it's seeing something new all the time. But I do love the coast as well.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got
what about you, Chris? What would you
coast
do?
Or country for me?
Yeah.
I like a bit of both, mate. I like being by the sea. Your mum and dad have got somewhere in on Anglesey. My sister's got a place up off Anglesey as well. So I love being by the sea. To be fair, absolutely love it. Nice and relaxing, especially when it's stormy. When you're out in a big stormy day, you're having a walk by the front, the power of the sea. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I got bollocked by the RNLI once as well in Triada Bay, mate, for trying to run past and film myself when there was one of these big storms in.
Did you? What did they say?
They told me off, mate. It was a bit irresponsible, to be fair, but whatever. I was trying to get some footage for the channel. Right by the.
So you was running it. You was running over the top with the waves coming over the top of it.
There was one of these storms a couple of years ago, and if anyone knows Triada Bay, the lifeboat station is right on the slipway into the beach, and the waves were coming right over. So they were kind of trying to keep people back, and I walk right past with the GoPro on one side. It didn't go down too well. Wasn't my finest moment. So yeah.
Sorry. Is that when you went? Sorry.
Right, I pick a bit of coast and country. It's all part of the outdoors, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've done one coastal camp, 2-day coastal camp, catch and cook, which was awesome, really good. But I like people who watch my channel, I like in the woods and stuff. So yeah, country for me, definitely.
Right, Tracy, back onto yourself. Dan Martin's asking, what is your favourite wild camping spot?
I really like the Clwydian Hills.
What's that?
It's not in Wales. In Clwyd.
Clwydian.
Sorry.
Oh.
Clwydian Hills.
Ah, right.
It's not too high up, especially if I go on my own. It's not too high up that I'm going to be buggered if something happens. And it's sort of right in the middle, and it's just a beautiful area that's not really.
I've not heard of
that well known.
No, I'm going to say I've never heard of that.
You must have heard of Molfama, Ant.
No.
Molfama?
No. I'm not a massive hill. I'm not a massive hill or mountain here, am I? So I don't really know the hills. As you watch, excuse me, today when we went out doing our walk, I mentioned on Chris's video that we were recording that how much knowledge he has, like looking out over the moors where I've lived all my life, but he's going right. That's the. I haven't got a clue, and he's like, right, well, that's whatever mountain. I couldn't even remember them now, to be honest with you, apart from Pendle Hill. But
life, mate.
no, but it's good though, isn't it? It's good to know your mountains. But that's what I mean. Obviously, you're drawn more to your mountains, aren't you, Chris? And yourself, Tracy, down there. But I like me. My woods and stuff like that. You know. But yeah, hats off to you guys who know your stuff about the names and stuff. I ain't got a clue. But that sounds like a nice place, that, Tracy. Really does.
Tracy as well. One that me and Ant can't answer because I am terrified of this. You know, that horrible accident that happened in Indonesia, was it, where the cave-in collapsed and all the school kids got trapped? Kath Glover's asking, have you ever been caving? And if so, what's your advice to someone who is afraid of getting stuck and drowning? Thanks, Kath. Tracy?
Yeah,
caving.
I've been caving a few times. You advise you're not gonna get stuck. You can fit through. You'll look at gaps and you think that it's impossible for you to fit through, but you'll get through. Especially, don't go on your own. Go on a guided group, but you'll get through. They're not going to let you drown. They're not going to put you through anything. Just don't go into caves on your own just yet. Go with a group.
Yeah. Would I get through with all the real ale I drink?
You absolutely would. The top cave I've been in is Gaping Gill or Gaping Jill. I don't know how you say it. Gill. That's probably the most inspiring experience of getting low. There's a Gaping Gill, it's on Ingleborough Mountain in Yorkshire.
Oh, yeah, that's close to us then.
Yeah, I think probably like twice a year, the local caving clubs, potholing clubs that they called, they lower you inside. You can just turn up really early, and I turned up one day on my own. I do most things on my own, and they lower you down into this massive chamber. It's like the size of a cathedral inside. It's honestly, if anything you do in your life, go and do that. It is phenomenal.
Oh,
phenomenal experience. I did follow a proper cave for a little while through the chambers, but it backed out a little bit. I wasn't quite prepared for it.
So
caving's amazing.
We probably should have done a bit of a breakdown of what you like as well. What's your background then? You know, like outdoor background.
A little bit of everything. I started with walking, hiking, mountains, from hills to mountains. Then I struggled a bit with my knees, with various things. So then I was looking for like that hit that you get from the outdoors from different things. So I started kayaking, canoeing, caving, rock climbing, anything like that really. Anything that can challenge me physically or mentally, I'll have a very good crack at.
Oh,
I've
good
got
stuff.
A firewall next week.
So you're not afraid of heights then?
What was that you've got next week? A firewalk?
A firewalk, yeah. And
what is
everyone
that?
says what's a firewalk? It is literally as what it is. It's in Wakefield.
In Yorkshire?
It's just like Wakefield's more like Leeds way, is it?
Leeds Bradford way.
Yeah.
Wakefield.
Yeah, Wakefield way, yeah,
Leeds.
Yorkshire.
That way, yeah. So I'm literally going to go and walk on fire, just because it's a mental challenge, and I enjoy that, and that's what I do. I'm always searching for it.
That's fair enough, then. Yeah.
Isn't that like an
adrenaline junkie?
But I wouldn't do that because I just think, I'm going to get burned. How can your skin not get burned when you're walking on fire? Because isn't that in Indiana Jones or something? And you make someone do on one of them, like burn your feet.
Yeah. I wanted to be in when I was a kid.
Can I just interrupt there? When I left the temple, what I needed to do was walk over ice paper and not leave a mark, and I did it. Yeah.
Well, mate, there you go.
I left the temple, baby. High five to Ant. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Anyway, let me just scroll.
Tumbleweed. Yeah, whatever, Ant. Firewalking's better than rice paper.
There's a funny one here, to be fair. Like,
just me.
Tracy.
It's my sense of humour. Sorry, guys.
I'm just going for the comments. Sorry, Tracy chat number asked, Tracy, if you were a soup, what soup would you be?
Soup? Oh, wow.
If you were a soup.
Okay. It wouldn't be chicken soup. It wouldn't be that. It would be.
Very good.
Oh.
Be careful. There could be some, like, you know, dodgy setups going on here. Man. Could be some load. Minestrone, a little bit of everything. I don't know.
No, I don't like a mixed soup. Probably tomato soup, because you can get that as hot as you possibly want. Tomato soup.
That's fair enough. Yeah. Mulligatawny. Oh, that's the way.
Yeah.
Big soup. Big soup's good.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Dan Martin's asking, Tracy, do you use tin? Yeah, Tracy, do you use tin foil?
No.
I think we've already covered that. Who takes tin foil away with them?
Right, here's a good one from Mark Brimmers. Tracy, lightweight camping or luxury?
Lightweight. I like to do it the hard way, whereas you maybe think that you haven't got possibly got everything you need, but you'll survive it. You'll get through it with what you have.
So is it fair to say you like the experience of trying to endure it as opposed to enjoying it? Do you enjoy more than I've got to endure this until the next day rather than be comfortable and take it all in? What is it kind of thing?
Yeah, I like the whole survival aspect and it being a little bit tough. I don't enjoy things that are plain sailing.
I like it.
I like things to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
You're too hard for this chat, to be fair. We can't have you on. You don't have like that on here.
That's it. Good on you.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
Orbit says, have you listened to David Pilates and his missing 411 books? I have. I like it. I think it's really strange, but that's going into the Bigfoot realm, I think. So basically, a lot of people went missing or still go missing on such things as the Appalachian Trail and disappear and stuff like that, and nothing's ever found of them. No rucksacks, nothing. What are your thoughts on it? People just disappearing when they're out, basically doing what we do.
I don't know, mate. Has it ever happened? I think you're safer. We were.
I don't think over here it's not happened.
Yeah.
But if you're in such countries as like America, then it's more.
It's funny because me and Am were talking about this on the way back home. We were talking about kids going out. You know, your children as they grow up going out socialising in city centres and out. You know how that makes you worried as a parent, and then the conversation got onto the fact that you're actually safer out wild camping than you are, for example, in most like major cities and metropolitan cities, aren't you? You know, people have this sort of misconception that, you know, if you go out wild camping on your own, you're going to get murdered by a weirdo in the middle of the night. You know, there could be anyone roaming around. Well, if you actually think about it, what are the chances of anyone being up in the moors on the fells? They're just not, are they? But it's it's the whole thing of being on your own in the dark, isn't it? In a tent with you're vulnerable, aren't you? In a tent, you know, there's nothing but a bit of fabric in you.
I mean,
outside world.
I mean, the ladies in chat, you know, Tracy. What are your thoughts on going out on your own in you know, like in that kind of environment? How do you feel? Do you feel more comfortable?
I feel safer going hiking or camping alone than what I would walking through a town centre in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I just feel that much more comfortable.
Well, there's been a lot of press, hasn't there?
Yeah, loads recently. My friends going mad at me over it, but you know, I follow my gut instinct and I know what I'm doing. I understand why they might be concerned and stuff by the things that I do, but I feel more comfortable. The amount of times the girls have walked home pissed from wherever is, I see, as much more of a risk than me in the hills on my own.
No, yeah. It's what
Following on from that,
what we said. Yeah.
Following on from that, Mark Brimickham asked, obviously to you, Tracy, have you found the wild camping scene to be male dominated, or do you know lots of other women who enjoy it as well?
Good question.
It is a good question. I don't know another woman that does it personally.
So would you say it's male dominated?
It is, yeah. Same with climbing, with rock climbing. I went climbing last week in Bristol, and there wasn't another woman there. It was all men.
Right.
Why that is, I don't know.
But I do see a lot, to be fair, on Instagram. Like, I think there's like a pretty good mix. Or, well, I don't know about wild camping. I think that maybe fits in with like the views about not being safe, really. And I don't mean not being safe because you're a female. I mean just not being safe. You're out in a tent in the middle of nowhere on your own. Maybe
no, it is a lack of balls. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's why women they don't see it as safe, or they've got a lot of people telling them around them that'll tell them that it's not safe to do. Obviously, you've got to keep your wits about you and all the rest of it. You've got to keep yourself safe. But as a risk factor, it's minimal. I see it as.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kath, over again to you, Tracy, as the guest here. You're in the spotlight. It's Kath is asking, adventure-wise, what is the most scariest one you've enrolled on, and how did you feel after completing it?
Scariest was, I don't really get scared. I'll get anxious about a situation, but it's probably the skydive that it is, because I never wanted to do one ever. But so that's why I booked on to do one, because I didn't want to do it.
Good on you.
But yeah, that's what it is. It was a challenge to myself because I was so adamant that I'd never ever wanted to do it. That I'd do it to push myself, just to grow, and I hated it.
Well, you didn't enjoy it. Did you not enjoy it?
I did it. I hated every second of it.
Like this live stream, that was a bit of a challenge as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go with this live stream. I hate being
live
on the camera.
What, worse than a skydive?
Yeah. The skydive,
really?
I knew I was going to do it. There was no doubt in my mind that I was just going to do it. I didn't want to do it. I wasn't looking forward to it. I was looking forward to getting out of the way, and I've done it. But it wasn't this going in front of a camera or whatever makes me nervous.
Right.
It's probably the most uncomfortable I've ever been in life.
You know what I mean? That's off to you there. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's have a see.
Neil, have any of you any aspirations to climb a proper size mountain?
I'm just going to leave now. See ya. Bye.
Yeah. Very subjective, Neil.
I'm gone.
Very subjective. Because I mean, what is a proper size mountain?
Yeah.
I've climbed. I haven't climbed Ben Nevis. I've done Scarfell Pike. I've done Snowdon. I don't know, like for example, somewhere in the Alps or somewhere like that. Depends what you mean by proper, to be honest, mate.
Everest.
Yeah, if you're talking Mount Everest, unfortunately, I have to shelve. I did want to. If I didn't have children, I'd have probably had to go at Everest. I wouldn't be able to drink all this craft beer, but I mean, I still think one day when my little ones are bigger and they possibly, flown the nest and all that kind of stuff. One of my aspirations is to go to Tibet, Nepal, and do trekking in the Himalayas, the Annapurna circuit. Yeah, I'd love to go up bigger things. I've done bigger mountains in Spain, in northern Spain, in the Picos de Europa. I've done 6 weeks up there. Whilst I was at uni doing mapping. So Yeah, Ben Nevis is on the list for me. I've never done that. So, and we're looking at Sullivan, aren't we, Ant, at some stage? Noble's going to be the...
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
We are actually looking at that. Tracy, what about you? Anything bigger in terms of, the UK?
Something that's not so like Everest Base Camp and things like that. Everybody's sort of...
right.
Everybody's on it, aren't they?
Back in
so nothing like
something
that.
different.
I'd quite like to do, I think, Makulu, or some MAKAALU. It's in like the Himalayas. I think it's like the fifth highest. But it's like really off. It's through like the remote parts of the Himalayas. Well, even more remote. Something totally less touristy.
Yeah, less touristy. Well, yeah, you've got more of a chance of getting up there instead of queuing. That's the thing, isn't it? You go up to places like that, you're queuing, aren't you? I don't get it.
Jumping on a bandwagon and...
Well, yeah, it's just to say that basically I've gone to Everest Base Camp or I've gone to Everest.
Yeah, I don't want to do something before I've completed it, I've ticked it off. I'd like to do it for the experience and the culture and different reasons than what you do for like for Kilimanjaro, or although they're all massive achievements.
Yeah,
I'd like to do the lesson.
But the more touristy rather than like an action climb, I would call them, because that's what you want, isn't it? You want that. I mean, although you would get I'm sure you would get an adrenaline rush going up to what's it called, to base camp, and especially to go up to Everest and actually imagine standing on top and taking a selfie on Everest. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. But
it's not that. It's not that. That's. I don't know. I know what you mean. Yeah. You want something more, more than just that.
To be fair though, I don't think it's all. I don't think it's all just about the height. You can get like low mountains, which are like they've got the feel. Like, so anyone that's like climbed in North Wales, Travan or Triffin, as the scouts would call it, or Travan. I can't pronounce it correctly, but anyone who's climbed that, it's not the highest mountain, is it, in Snowdonia? But it's a grade 1 scramble. It's all like hands and feet. The whole thing, you're scrambling the whole way up. And despite it not being one of the highest peaks, have you done that, Tracy, to be fair? I think you've done that, haven't you? Triffin or Travan?
Yeah.
You've probably, have you done the jump?
No, I've not done the jump, but I've climbed Triffin back as well. The mini one,
smaller,
it's like a face of literally rock climbing it, because it's just like a smooth surface. I've done that as well, but no, I've not done the Adam and Eve jump.
Yeah,
and I probably wouldn't, because that's expected of what you're supposed to do when you go up there, isn't it?
Yeah, I went. Oh, nice, and but when I was just starting off, we used to climb Trafan in like winter with no crampons, no ice axe. I don't know. It's like people all say, "Oh, you're so irresponsible." Yeah, I know, but you just learn and you make your mistakes, don't you? But it was, and that has the feel of a higher mountain, especially in the winter when there's a bit of snow and ice on it. It's got the mountaineering feel to it, despite it not being a big higher peak. But yeah. So,
it's a beautiful spot.
More comments. What are you on there, Ant?
It is. It's a tap room, and it's a Devon Stone IPA Indian Pale Ale. Believe it or not, that's quite nice. Look at that, lovely little can. Little guy on it with a backpack on. Look, could be me. It's got no beer belly. That's definitely not me. It's not me. Definitely not me. Put him back.
Tracy, another one for you. Have you done the coast to coast? If not, would you?
I haven't done it, but I would do. But time is a bit of a restraint for me. with work and family and things like that. But yeah, I absolutely would. I'd like to cycle it as well, or hike it, or a bit of both.
They say, don't they?
I'd incorporate Hadrian's Wall, I think, into it.
Mm.
I do want to do that.
Yeah, a bit of Hadrian's Wall.
Easter
Yeah. They said to give you, what is it? Is it 11 days for the coast to coast so you can enjoy it? I think 11 days is the amateur side rather than power walking, but you enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? I think they say 11 days to enjoy and rather than pain.
Yeah, I'm not about like beating times or anybody else's best effort. It's about my own experience, and I'll pick that over anything any day.
Yeah, like that. Good answer. Someone's asking about Tracy. Do you have any advice for Anth on his upcoming canoe trip? Well, we don't know about that yet, but there is a segment of this live stream which is going to be devoted to that, probably coming up soon. So that's a good follow-up question for when Anth talks us through that canoe trip.
Oh, nice, nice one, Gary. Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Tracy, in terms of, I think we said like what your scariest experience was like jumping. Was it jumping out of the plane, the skydive?
Not scariest. It wasn't scary. It was unenjoyable. It's the best way I can describe it. I knew I wouldn't like it. I had no aspirations to do it at all. Like I said before, that I did it because I always try and do something that physically or mentally challenges me, and that was a mental challenge that I knew I was going to tick off. But other than that, what scares me?
So I'm going to ask you like a serious kind of question, like put you on the spot a little bit. But it's like, so if we're thinking that maybe like the wild camping scene is male dominated, what would you like to see maybe to try and address that and to like dispel any sort of like myths around it, or try and equal it out a little bit? What do you see as kind of the barriers for that, and what you might do to try and overcome them?
You've really just that confidence, even just walking on your own as a woman on your own and getting used to that, and then just seeing that it's not as scary out there as what you can imagine. Just start. I wouldn't expect somebody to go straight up a mountain with a tent and be like fine with it. It's experience, and with experience comes confidence. And once you know what you're doing and you've sort of like walked that path a few times, that you become comfortable with it, but obviously always keeping your wits about you as well.
Yeah, because I see like I don't know about you, what your observations are, and certainly Ant, I know what yours are on this, but this whole community, the whole wild camping, outdoors, bushcraft, climbing, the whole YouTube, Instagram, it is generally, I've had pretty much a positive experience. Everyone's like willing to help, offer advice. We're having a bit of a laugh in the comments and taking the piss and stuff, but really I think it's quite a very helpful community. Like I've had kind things sent to me, like that tent being one of them. And you've had generous things, I'm sure you've had. Can you tell us about like, well, if it's appropriate, any, your experience of like the whole outdoors community, and the kind side of that, because I think it's absolutely brilliant, to be fair.
No, you can always, when you're doing those things, when you're out in the mountains or the hills, you're all like-minded people, so you feel comfortable asking to, if you have, my navigation isn't brilliant, it isn't, I'm not going to pretend it is, or it's not. I've got my mates lost countless times, but everyone's out there for the love of it, not for, you don't find, I haven't come across anybody out on any of my outdoor adventures that's unkind or unwilling to help. They're just we're all just a friendly bunch. I haven't come across anyone who has caused me to think twice or say they're a little bit of a idiot, or I've had a few things on a couple of hikes when I've wore shorts or whatever. Somebody stopped me and said, "Do you think should you really be hiking in shorts?" Or I've had somebody saying, "Don't you think you should have your hair up and not have your hair down when you're hiking alone?" I've had like a couple of things. Like,
seriously?
Yeah.
Had your hair up?
Yeah, really. Or I should wear a cap. I've had that before as well. But I think that's more. It's more a genuine concern rather than coming across as a bit of a nod.
I know what you're saying.
I think it's been a bit more. Yeah.
I mean, I think whoever said like you shouldn't have your hair down is ridiculous. To be fair,
that's bang out of order. That isn't it?
Honestly, it's so heavy. I can't wear it off because of my headache. But I think that's just like a I don't know. You shouldn't dress one way, or I think it's like that. But I'm sure it was in good faith.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of misguided view. But I'm gonna open a controversial sort of avenue of conversation here now and say,
sorry,
and I'll kick it off. What are your peeves like? Do you have any like peeves about the outdoor community? Because one I see is what you don't like as much, and just my own personal view. That is just my view. I don't like the whole Instagram is sort of like I have an Instagram account because I like to put pictures on of what I'm enjoying, and it sort of advertises the fact that I've got a YouTube channel, and sometimes it helps drive people towards the YouTube channel. Just talking about things that, we're just talking about things that maybe you don't enjoy as much, and I'm talking about Instagram. Sometimes I think it can be quite a fake platform. It's all about people going out saying like, look, it's very sort of, it can be quite a shallow platform. I think Instagram, it's very much look at me. And I think, a lot, I won't go into details. I'm certainly not going to name any accounts and stuff, but, it's very much can be. Look at me. Look at what I've hardly got on, as opposed to, I'm telling you now, as opposed to like the activity that you're doing. And then I don't like to see that because it's not really about the activity. It's more about the individual, and it's fakeness. Yeah, it's just like look at this lovely view of this like valley, and it's like a picture of someone's bum in a hot tub. It's got nothing to do with them out. Well, you get to lots of that. It's like, oh, I'm an ambassador for this outdoor gear company, or I'm a such and such ambassador. But really, it's like you don't really put pictures on about that. It's just pictures of your body and like various things. Yeah. That's a pet peeve of mine. Anyone in the comments? In the comments, let's keep it as interactive as we can. If any of you guys or girls have got any peeves about or pet hates about the outdoor community, do you get this Instagram fakery and like, I don't know, let us know. Tracy?
What I don't like are gear whores, I call them. And they've got to have the newest season of the backpack or the sleeping bag, and they sort of like hammer that into other people who've got the less gear, whereas I'm more about, as long as you're going to be safe, and as long as you're going to be safe and comfortable, but we just get out there. It doesn't matter if it's this name or that name, or it really, really doesn't, as long as you give it a try. Instagram posts there's a lot of them that are more about themselves rather than what they do. I'd like to think mine are, well, Chris, anyway, I couldn't just take a pouting selfie. I'd feel horrific. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's more about like, I will take a photo, but it's sharing the activity. It's look at what I'm doing rather than look at me.
Than what you've got.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's right.
It's
right.
It's
looking what's
not me.
Tony says, doesn't he, when you're taking a photograph, you want something what's in the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. I don't want to see what's in the foreground of you with your feet sticking out of a tent or with your backside up and what's it called? I want to see the view. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in a beautiful, like, I don't know, like a mountain range.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but I do like people being in the pictures as well, because I like it being that they're a part of it and it's their experience that they've had and that they want to share, rather than, I sound bitchy when I say, but look how good I look when I'm doing this. You know what I mean? It's different. I like seeing people who just love it, who love being outdoors, who are just enjoying it, whether or not the hair, my hair's a mess on every single one of them. It really is. Because I'm out there doing it, I'm not going out there to take a picture.
Yeah.
But it's fine that other people do.
Yeah. Certainly, like the thing like that, from what you said, that jumps out as me as well is the kit stuff that you got to have. Like, I mean, I feel a little bit hypocritical saying it. I feel a bit hypocritical saying it because, like, I've got some like decent gear, but you know, when I started off, when I was 14, 15, 16,
you've done it for a long time.
I had a weekend job at a garden centre, and I was on £2.50 an hour, and I couldn't afford very much. But you know what? I just got what I could. I got some second-hand bits, put stuff together, and it's just been a gradual accumulation. And then I'm lucky enough to be in a job now which pays well, and I can afford some better items of gear. But that's not to say what I have is any better than like some cheaper items of gear. It's just not. It's just it doesn't alter the fact that you can go hiking in a bin bag. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. It's about doing it, not look what I've got on when I'm doing it.
The thing with you is that you've done it for such a long time. You've accumulated the gear. If I was to say to you, we're going to do a bushcraft camp, right? What am I going to bring? So you'll bring a load of military gear and things like that. So you've got all that cheaper end of gear, but you've also got the decent end. But you've been doing it for 20 odd years. You know, you've accumulated the gear. So yeah. Let me just shut this back door because this dog's doing my head in. Back in a sec.
Yeah, I mean, and you will naturally at that time, like for example, you, Tracy, I'm sure will have some expensive items of gear, and it's like, I've got gear from all across the spectrum. Doesn't really matter because you can still go out and do exactly the same thing.
I've got that many hobbies, though, like sort of varies. I've got gear for every hobby. Be all right if I could choose one, but it gets quite expensive when you've got a few.
What about you, Ant? What about your in the community? Not what about the outdoors pisses you off? Is there anything in the outdoors community where you think I'm not so keen on that? I know it's a tough question, mate. And your mic's off.
There you go.
Start again.
Right, yeah. You probably didn't want to hear. I was effing and jeffing and everything then, flipping heck. I need to be careful. No, I'm joking. But no, me and Chris were talking about it this afternoon. You have got people in the community who you think are all right, and then you see a totally different side to them a year down the line, and it's like, and it's, I don't know. That's what annoys me. It's not about the thing is, it's not about what you're achieving. It's what you're doing for yourself rather than what you're putting through on camera. Do you know what I mean? Do stuff for yourself, not for other people. That's the thing. But a lot of people are doing stuff to, I don't know. You could
would you ever have a YouTube channel, Tracy?
No.
I'm not comfortable in front of a camera at all, as you can tell throughout this, I imagine.
Nah, you've been fine.
Fine.
Oh.
I'm sure all these, you know,
I've seen you put some reels on, because for those of you that are watching now, Tracy, if you go on Instagram, she's on Instagram as Wonder_35. That's where you'll find it. I'll put it up again. But you're starting to put like reels on there, aren't you? Like little clips and stuff, having a bit of a dabble in the old video. So I think there's potential stuff on there.
I think the first video I made was sent to you, didn't I, Chris? But it wasn't fine. Me. But it's pretty, fine. Can't say fine to a woman, Chris.
I was very good.
No, that's fair. No,
the best video I've ever seen.
I'm just
I suppose if you use it as a platform to like, because you could say, well, why have you got an Instagram feed? What are you doing it for? What's your motivation? Are you trying to inspire others? Are you trying to, what is it, a diary? Is it like a memory book of your adventures? Or are you trying to inspire other people to have a go? And if you're doing it to inspire others, the question is, why would you not sort of like step into the world of YouTube for that? And, you know, once you get more confident, because you are putting these little clips together, start making little videos.
I suppose it is. I do want to get as many people
I said it.
What?
You've seen it here. Yes, Wonder35 on YouTube.
No. I'd like to get as many people as I can involved, to get loads of messages through like Facebook or whatever, saying that I would love to do what you do, and anybody can. It's not anything special that I've got. It's not. It's going after something that you want to do, you want to achieve. You know you're going to gain something mentally or physically from it, or a hit, if you like. I do get a great big hit when I've done something outdoors. I can't really describe it other than call it a hit. But as well with the YouTube thing, I'm just not comfortable talking in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But maybe one day, if it would be of benefit, then maybe I would. But right now, I'm all right.
Yeah, but you can always do the head cam job, but you don't need to, and then just do what you're doing and then just talk the way through it. Because obviously, you know, it sounds as though you kind of do that as a career. You're talking people through things with what you do. So you're good at talking, obviously. It's probably just the camera facing sort of stuff.
All day into somebody's face, to make them more positive about like a change that they're going to do. I will always like to think that the outdoors is the best thing that you can get into out of anything, through any type of like hardships that people go through. Generally, women, men. Once you get outside, the mental health benefits are massive.
Exactly, that's it, isn't it? It's the health benefits of being outdoors. We've said that, haven't we, Chris? Today, we were talking about it.
A lot of people don't talk about it because, you know, they still think there's a bit of stigma. But certainly the mental health benefits. Certainly the mental health benefits of being outdoors, you know, are very much underappreciated by some, but you know, a lot of us do it to just escape. You've got stressful jobs, you might be having a bit of a crap patch in your life and stuff, and you go back outside, away from social media, away from you know, social media is a little bit poisonous, isn't it, I suppose, in many respects, and that's a bit hypocritical again. But you know, when you switch off from that and life and go outdoors, and all you can hear is the wind in the trees or the wind in the grass, and you're just looking out at mountains, it's like, you know, you're hitting the reset button, aren't you? And Brimmers is saying here, good question. Brimmers, Mark Brimicum, ask you once here, mate, how often, because I can answer this and Tracy might be able to do the same, in terms of Instagram maybe, but how often does YouTube get in the way of you fully engaging with your outdoor activity, like making a video? And good question, Mark.
I can tell that, and I just want to say about I know I bring him up a lot, but he is worth watching. Go and watch Rick Outdoor Adventure. Rick, absolutely awesome YouTube channel, and he actually said this to me. He said it's really annoying me that I'm making films and I'm not doing what I'm out here to do. I'm out here to bushcraft and learn a craft. Neil, you know him, don't you, pal? You know what Rick's like, and he's literally, why am I doing it? Why am I making videos? But for me, it's all part of it. I like going out, like Chris, you know, wherever you go. I like the filming process, I like the editing process, and I also like making the film. So why would you not do? You know what I mean? It's all rolled into one for me. Whereas
if it's something you enjoy, but you can also
I enjoy it. I enjoy
camera off, can't you, at any point and just be in that moment. So it's a bit of both. You still get both.
Yeah, I mean, you
still get both.
You were saying, weren't you, Chris, about the camera angles and stuff like that I've been doing, and there were a bit today where I set it on a wall and I'm building bricks. I'm building stones up over the lens of the camera. So as we walk past, you guys don't see all this. We put a lot of effort into making these films because we enjoy it. It's not just a case of, right, oh, well, that'll look good. It's because you want it to look good. You want it to look, because it's part of the persona of making a video. You know, you want it to look good for you. And that's the whole point of it. Everything is for you. It's not you. I know it sounds awful, but you guys are second best. It's what I want to see when I'm watching a video. I want to see this in a video. I want to see me and Chris or whoever I'm with walking past a built-up stack of rocks. That's what I want to see. I think it looks good, you know. And that's me.
I mean, personally, I do think like it does. Like if I'm like mega stressed, which has been a frequent occurrence lately, but I find it less stressful to just go. I enjoy it. Not I enjoy it more, but you know, when you're just like, I want to get just me in the outdoors. I mean, the camera stays at home. That's it. I mean, there's nothing better than, because it does become a bit of, not a chore, mate. I know what you're on about, Mark, but like thinking, right, I've got to film this and what am I going to say? I've got to get the camera out and content. I've got to do this. If you don't take your camera and you're not thinking about making a video, it's just you in the outdoors then. And, you know, I know all the YouTube channels have mentioned that, but it is, you don't have to like walk around with a GoPro thinking, what am I going to say here? You can just enjoy it all. You know, it's back to square one, which I do like doing from time to time. But then you think, oh, you know what? It was great that I wish I'd have took my camera along, but I do appreciate it. And every now and again, I'll just sort of wind the clock back and I'll go and do something and I'll leave the camera at home. Without thinking about post this on Instagram, post this on YouTube. I'll just leave it at home and it'll just be me and the outdoors. So yeah. There's a couple of suggestions, Tracy, for your channel there. Leave no Tracy.
I wanted to say it. That is good.
I've been dying to say it as well. It's amazing.
Leave no Tracy.
Leave no Tracy. Oh my God, yeah.
Class.
Here
we go. Here's a good question. Here's a good question from Matt Thornton. This is to everyone here, really, and in the comments, serious comments about this. With everything that's going on at the moment, with people now meeting up outdoors and the highlighted media examples, do you think more could be done with the Leave No Trace initiative? Good question. I'll open on that one, Matt, to be honest. You can say it till you're blue in the face, you know, and I've said it. I've done a video. I contacted a load of people and made a video sort of around summer last year.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many times you say it or leave videos on YouTube, because I agree. It's a little bit defeated. There's a lot of people saying to me, going, Chris, you know what? The people that watch YouTube vids don't leave litter. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but what else can I do? You know, this is my platform, so I'm doing everything I can. So I think basically what could be done more with the Leave No Trace initiative is, it's other people speaking up. When you see someone drop that crisp packet or leave that tent or leave that barbecue, and I know it's tough, it's having the bottle to say, excuse me, can you put that in the bin? And, letting people realize that it's socially unacceptable for doing it. If they feel comfortable dropping a load of crap, it's because they feel comfortable dropping it. And I get people don't want conflict. And there's a lot of lunatics out there now, you might be rolling around the floor with because you've looked at them the wrong way. But if you challenge that kind of behavior, you feel confident enough to just say, hang on a minute, can you put that in the bin? And if everyone did that and they thought, well, hang on a minute, people are going to challenge me. If they felt uneasy, if they didn't feel comfortable in doing that, I don't think they'd do it. I think there needs to be a lot more enforcement and fines for anyone just caught overtly littering and stuff like that. Because it's outrageous, but the people that do that aren't me, you. It's not the people in the comments. It's a totally different breed of people who just don't give a crap about anything, let alone littering. They don't care about anything in life. They don't follow the rules. They don't obey anything. And it's not the people, unfortunately, that we're broadcasting to at the moment. But I think if everyone felt comfortable doing so, and not everyone likes conflict, even just saying, excuse me, can you pick that up, put it in the bin?
Yeah, I suppose it's different. It's different if it's one person. But if you've got a gang of people that are doing it, would you approach them and would you say, can you just pick that up? Why are you leaving that on the floor? It's an instant argument, isn't it? And especially if you've got a gang of people doing it, I would feel uncomfortable. I don't know about you guys, but, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it's being one person. If they're throwing, I'd say something. But if you've got a gang of lads, I'm just saying, a gang of teenagers or whatever, a gang of whoever, doesn't have to be teenagers. Well, something you would be uncomfortable in saying, listen, pick it up, guys, come on.
And as Benny says there, the entitled generation, I agree. A couple of weeks ago on the news, I was seeing city centre and it was, in inverted commas, younger people meeting up outdoors. And then the next day, it looked like a bomb had gone off, mate. They'd literally, everything they'd sat drinking or eating, they just left it on the steps. And it's like, well, there's no bin here, so I ain't effing taking it home with me. Simple as that. And that is that disgusting attitude of, I'll do what I want because I can, and you can't tell me otherwise. And that is, as Benny says, that entitled generation. That's a whole generation gone there, mate. And it is. You can't reverse that. It's there, it's ingrained, and it's very sad to see. Tracy?
I think it passes on through generations as well. If the parents aren't like that, it just continues through. I've always said, is there any way you can carry that off with you? If I've seen, them throwing litter or just leaving it behind, and everyone have come across this, oh sorry, and they've picked it up and taken it off. But I always take a bag with me anyway on hikes, and I pick up litter myself, so I don't just preach to other people. I will actively do something about it.
It's how you said that though, Tracy. When you said that, then it's how you've come across. There's a difference in saying, "Oi, pick it up," or there's a listen, guys, come on. Like a calming aspect.
I think that comes from a work background.
No, it's right. It's right.
The language you use, if you're not antagonizing somebody or not presenting a confrontation with them.
You've got to be very careful how you word stuff.
But it comes from your parenting. It comes from your parenting. It comes from your parenting. I was brought up to don't you dare put that in the bin. And if you didn't, you get bollocked. You know what I mean? Like, put that in the bin. Well, it was.
Yeah, well, you couldn't walk along the bench because that's where people sit. Yeah, definitely. But not everybody instills that.
To get loads of abuse, well, it's a nightmare. You shouldn't get abuse for doing your job. And anyone that, imagine at the end of the day, and we'll move on from this because we could rant about it all night. But you imagine being some kind of scumbag that leaves litter everywhere, and some other human being says to you, listen, mate, can you put that in the bin? and their response is to abuse you or give you some abuse or threaten you because what? Someone's asked you to put something in the bin. What does that say, mate? What are you dealing with? It's just pond life, isn't it? You're dealing with pond life.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Pond life. I'd say it to them. I don't care if I'm saying it live on YouTube. I'd say it to the face. That's what you're dealing with. Utter pond life, mate. And you can't reason with pond life. So,
yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I
right.
know.
Getting angry. Guess the riddle. Let's move it on to guess the riddle. Take off question, Tracy. Guess the riddle. I get the book.
Okay.
There we go. I just had to turn me bar stool. Right. You two will have to do a bit of filler talking while I'm. Oh no!
I'm just having a look at these.
What?
Straight away. I found it. It's all right. It's okay.
What else have we got there on the right? Screaming skull works all the time. Triggering insecurity.
Move on before Chris eats his mic. I don't
know what triggering insecurity means.
Yeah, I must admit though, it does.
No, I do always see something.
It?
If I see somebody dropping litter, I always see something. I don't just.
Well, we pulled up today.
If they're not educated on it, if they don't know that it's just like so frowned upon, what's going to make them stop? Because it does sometimes take that one person to have a little word in their ear about what they're doing, and it
calming word. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it can change how they look at things. Just one word from somebody, it can make a difference. It really can.
Yeah.
I'd like to think.
I mean, we were annoyed today. We pulled up, and Chris puts a pin in, and he says, "Right, I'll meet you there." So I got a little bit further, and Pat's on where I thought that was because it was full of snow, you couldn't see. Anyway, we pulled up and. We got out of the car and I'm getting my kit out of the bag and he went, "What the hell is all this?" And you look and literally down the side of where I parked was a sofa. A freaking sofa. What the hell? You know, and it's like, why?
Sofa.
Why would you do it? Just dump a sofa in the middle of the moors. Nuts.
Because they can.
Yeah, because they can. Yeah. Yeah.
It is fun because the fly tipping. There's lots around where I live, and there's a tip literally just down the road. Saying that though, my car's a mess, so I can't talk.
Is your car a fly tipping mess?
It's a bloody. My house isn't. My house is really organised.
I didn't say your house. No, I just said your car. Don't scream me up, yeah.
I'm in it so much of the time. All sorts in there.
Oh,
I'd never let anyone.
She's
in.
never going to invite us around now. That's it. Done.
No, you can come round to my house, just not my car.
Yeah, but is it full of fly tipping? If it is, I'm not coming.
Pretty much.
Go on, let's get some riddles. So this section here, guess the riddle. I've got this book, which was kindly gifted to me by a kind follower. He was in this feed earlier on, but thanks, Steve. So we're talking about riddles. We'll try and guess a few riddles here. Not very many. There's only one paragraph just on this page, but it says here, can't really see. The art of riddling has survived only in the nursery and the playground, although it was a very popular amusement for adults until about the 17th century. One of the first books printed in England was a collection of riddles called De Mandes Joyus. Joyu. It was printed in 1511 by Caxton's apprentice, Winkton de Werd. That's a name.
Spanish to me.
Yeah. Some of the riddles it contained are still asked by school children, such as, here's one, how deep is the ocean? Anyone?
How deep is the ocean? How deep is the love? No.
How deep? And we're looking in the comments. South Coast Outdoors UK evening also. Here's the first here's the easing in gently one. How deep? Thanks, Steve. Yeah. How deep is the ocean? Twiglet 22. Twiglet 22 in the comments there is the donator. So
nice one, Steve. That is an awesome book, mate. Yeah.
Twiglet 22, Steve. How deep is the ocean?
I keep mithering him to read.
Brimmers.
Yeah.
Gary, get deep. 20,000 leagues, deeper than Everest is high. Now, the answer to this one, mate, is a stone's throw. So there you go.
A stone's throw away.
Stone's throw. Yeah. But here comes the first riddle. In Elizabethan England, rhyming riddles were very popular. They usually describe some everyday object in a deliberately obscure way, as in, and are you ready? First riddle. Little Nancy Etticoat with a white petticoat and a red nose. She has no feet or hands. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. Any answers?
Oh, God.
It's like Lord of the Rings, mate, with Gollum. Tracy, I'll just do it for your benefit. And again, for everyone. The first riddle is, and this is really going to get your brain into gear, this. Little Nancy Etticoat with a white petticoat and a red nose. She has no feet or hands. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows.
The longer she stands, the shorter she grows.
Go on. It's a tough one.
She's a flower.
Gollum's going to kill you, mate.
She's a stalk.
Think about it. I'm going to do it for the last time. Mushrooms, a rose. Last one.
Yeah, it's a flower.
No. Little Nancy Etticoat with a white petticoat and a red nose. She has no feet or hands.
Mushroom. It's a mushroom.
The longer she stands, the shorter she grows.
It's a mushroom. It's a mushroom. It is. I can tell his face. I'm right.
I can't say anything.
No way. It's a mushroom.
Toilet dolly. What's that? The answer
mushroom
is a lighted candle. Richard, it's a candle. It's a lit candle. Richard, have you got the book, mate?
He has. He's got the book. It's a mushroom, man.
It's a candle. Yeah, listen. A lighted candle. Here we go. Little Nancy Etticoat with a white petticoat and a red nose, the flame. She has no feet or hands. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. A candle, a white lit candle. That's a very clever one, that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
Richard, you're so clever.
Not so.
I'm sick of Richard. Can we
move on.
Him off the chat? Let's do my head in. Richard.
The skillful playground riddler switches quickly from one type of riddle to another. He may begin with a complicated rhyming riddle. Get ready for this one. 4 stiff standers, 4 dilly danders.
Okay.
2 lookers, 2 crookers, and a long wig wag.
Say it again.
Without laughing. 4 stiff standers, 4 dilly danders, 2 lookers, 2 crookers, and a long wig wag.
I haven't got a clue.
Neil,
No
Siri.
Siri. Hey, Siri. You just say that again. Can you just say that again? One sec.
Last time, mate. Last time. For the benefit of Siri. Try and record it if you can.
Hang on. One sec. I can't. I really can't. I don't know how to record it on your phone.
4 stiff standards, 4 dilly danders, 2 lookers, 2 crookers, and a long wig wag.
A dog. Benny's saying a dog. You're going for the wig wag.
Yeah. It is.
Come a little dog down here.
Spider.
A cow. It's a cow. So people got close to that one. I think 4 stiff standers are obviously its legs.
Horse.
4 dilly danders. I mean, what are they? It's udders. A dilly dander. Is that an udder? I don't know. Must be, mustn't it? 2 lookers. It's eyes. 2 crookers.
That's like old talk, isn't it? It's old talk.
Well, mate,
it's
these are the riddles.
Down with the kids talk, is it?
Next one. What is black and white, but red all over?
Newspaper.
Black and white and red all
You
over.
little cheater.
No, I knew that one.
What was it?
Newspaper.
What did you say? Newspaper.
Newspaper.
You've seen that one in a cracker or something, haven't you? A Christmas cracker.
Yeah, it was
What was
definitely a
it?
Christmas cracker.
What was it?
Newspaper.
Why?
Yeah. What is black and white but red
Yeah.
all over?
Oh, right. Okay.
Benny's on it as well. Good one, Benny.
That one.
Damn. You were red all over. Yeah, I like that.
Right.
I remember that. That's easy.
Bloody hell.
All right.
Here comes the hardest one. Okay. I'm not giving any clues. If anyone's got this book and they know it, don't give it away. Let's all just play along with it. Are we ready?
Let's go.
This one is a true riddle.
Oh no. I feel like Batman.
As follows. A house full, a hole full, you cannot gather a bowl full.
A house full of...
Say it again. Come on, Chris.
A house full, a hole full, you cannot gather a bowl full.
A hole full.
No.
A house full of bowl full, you cannot gather
A bowl full. A house full, a hole full, you cannot gather a bowl full. Gollum's going to eat you, mate. Natalie, good. Not bad. Not bad.
House full, a hole full, you cannot gather a bowl full. A house full of bowl full, you cannot gather a hole full.
House full, a hole, you cannot gather a bowl full. Cornflakes, spuds in a tin.
I was thinking Cocoa Puffs.
Do we give up? Do we give up?
I'm going for her.
I give up.
I like that. I'm shit at riddles. I'm rubbish at riddles.
You're very bad at riddles. The answer is mist or smoke. So I'm
Get out,
saying
it's her. That's the same as her.
Yeah.
Natalie, you win. You win, Natalie. 10 points. 10 points.
Ant, I think it is time for hang on a minute. Right.
The old call to action.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a little bit of a serious side. I'd like to have everyone's attention.
I've had a few drinks. I can't be serious now.
I'm getting a hoodie.
Oh no, she's putting her hood up. It's so serious. Well, so I don't know whether you guys have seen, but me and Rick did a video Good Friday, and we hit the liver room. Yep, I am drunk. The River Loon. So we hit that, and we did some canoeing, and it didn't go well if you watch the video. So kayaking, Tracy, I will need some tips on kayaking and also canoeing. So yeah, I came out of the boat and we went down the river and we all got wet through. And then at the end of it, I announced what we're trying to achieve, which is a charity event that we've got planned for August this year. And in March last year, when all this horrificness started, we got a really serious issue in the family that we thought was a stroke that didn't turn out to be a stroke. It was Alzheimer's, which took near enough a year to get the diagnosis through. So, which was really devastating to me, because it is a close family member, and I was a little bit rotten, and I didn't know what to do with my time. As we were talking tonight, we do videos and things like that, us guys on YouTube, and we enjoy it, and we do, and that took my mind off it. But I needed more. I needed something else to really grip to. So I got me thinking hat on in October and thought of a plan, what I wanted to do. Me and Charlie, we got our first canoe in August, and that has been a real help. We've been doing a few things with that. So that's the first thing that sprung to mind was a canoe trip. So I got me thinking out on, and I thought, right, what's really interesting? What could I get my teeth into? What could I can I achieve? I needed something like yourself, Tracy. I need something to grip to and achieve.
Definitely, yeah.
Nothing simple. And I come up with a Caledonian Canal, which is it can be done. It can be done in shorter time that we are doing it, but I want to treat it as though it's a holiday as well as a challenge as well. So we've booked the Caledonian Canal, and we're going to hopefully do it in 5 days, which will be a leisurely plod. You're looking at around about 60 miles, which we're looking at around about 15 kilometers per day, which isn't bad. So so that you can see the sights and you can kind of get into it and enjoy it rather than just go all for leather. And I'm waffling here, guys. So, but literally, this is what we're doing. We're doing it for Alzheimer's, the Alzheimer's Society. I've got a Just Giving page up, and we're gonna hopefully raise a lot of awareness. That is the main thing. Raise a lot of awareness, because this charity, this disease doesn't have the likes of Sky News talking about cancer and things like that. It doesn't have much publicity, whereas this disease is ripping families apart from the inside, and I know it. You know, it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing it in August, and if you'd like to donate, hopefully Chris will put a link in the channel.
Link. Yeah,
and you guys, if you wanna follow us, we're gonna put a video up through 5 days of it. We're gonna do the challenge, and it's gonna be me, Rick. We've got Matt from Adventure Is Made. We've got Ginger Scarf, which is Simon the Bloke in the Woods, mate. And we've got Matt. We've got Mike Mike from TA Outdoors. He's going to be joining us. So it's going to be a big deal, and hopefully we'll raise a lot of awareness and a lot of money. So yeah. Sorry about getting a little bit emotional there. I hate that shit.
That's just through your veins.
That's it.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry,
I know a little bit more, and it's a cracking adventure that's planned. It's a cracking fundraiser for a very worthy cause. But like you, Ant, I've seen how devastating that disease is. I've experienced it firsthand in my family, and it's devastating, especially for family members. Even more so, arguably, for family members who are witnessing it all taking place. So, on a positive, it's a cracking adventure for a very worthy cause. So, and do you want to post, mate, in the comments, mate? Do you want to drop your YouTube channel? I don't know if you can drop a link in there, mate, just for people.
I'll put it in.
Yeah. I'll be donating in the YouTube group, in the Facebook group. I'll be putting a link there to the fundraiser. It's being supported and recognised, obviously, officially by the Alzheimer's Society. So it's absolutely cracking. So yeah, spot on, mate. And on that, on the canoeing thing, which is going to be a bit of a feat in itself, mate. I think Tracy's a bit of a canoeist. I think one of the questions earlier on was, do you have any tips for Ant on this canoeing journey? So, Tracy, can you enlighten Ant into your canoeing tips for this feat?
Look forward. If you start looking at your paddle, it will just become such a chore for you. I was meant to do the Loch Ness to Inverness on the 1st of April this year. canoeing over 5 days, but obviously it got cancelled. But I've done the 3 Lakes Challenge, which was probably the biggest canoe challenge I've done,
Right.
which is the 3 largest lakes in the Lake District, even though none of them are actually lakes. Coniston, Windermere, and Ullswater.
Man, that's how many miles is that?
That was 23 miles.
How many? Sorry.
But you meant 23 miles, but the target is 12 hours. But obviously, you've got to travel in between. I call them lakes, but they're not actually lakes. There's no lakes in the Lake District. Believe it or not, none of them are lakes. And I did that in 9 hours 52 minutes. But that was hard going. It was really difficult. I did stay somewhere in Pooley Bridge the night of finishing, because I thought I'm not going to be any fit state to drive home with these dead heavy arms. I find the most difficult. No, it was just the endurance of it. The last lake we did, Windermere, which just seemed to go on forever. But I found the most difficult bit was the travelling in between lakes, regulating your body. So you obviously you're getting wet on the lakes, but you're sweating and all the rest of it by paddling. But then once you're on a bus or whatever it is that's transporting you from one lake to the next, that you start shivering. That's the bit that I found. So that's the bit that I found.
So you weren't travelling with cars; you were using public transport then as well.
No. We had like a mini bus.
Oh, right.
We had to like load the canoes on.
Yeah, like a shuttle.
Yeah, I guess so. That I'd load, so I'd get my canoe on, I'd load myself on, and then travel to the next lake, and then you'd start all over again. So I found that really, really difficult, because once I was on the coach, the bus, I was like shivering.
Yeah.
Because it's gone from. Because obviously the outside's wet, but you're warm on the inside because you're working so hard paddling.
Yeah. And then you cool down, and I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I think on the Scotland trip, you go and then you stop and then you're wild camping, I presume.
Yeah.
That's what you'd be doing. That's what I was going to do. So you get that time to like regulate your body temperature. But on the 3 Lakes Challenge, which is a really, really, really good one to do. I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
Got some going, all that, Tracy. Flipping heck.
Oh, I felt like Arnie the next day. Wanted to do the whole on my guns, but yeah, it was a challenge. I did that. Yeah. I didn't know anybody else doing that either.
Well, I did 10 miles yesterday in a solo paddle with just one paddle. And that is that's why I held my hand up. I'm full of like cuts and blisters. And that's not to say, oh, woe is me type of thing. It's hard work. It's not easy. And to say, you know, something like that, that's 50 hours or, you know, that's pretty darn amazing. That it's hard graft. It's not an easy process, but that's the thing. It shouldn't be. If you're doing a challenge, it shouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it shouldn't, and I wouldn't really take anything on that I'm gonna sail through.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's not. I do it for fun, but if I want the challenge of it. Like kayaking, I love kayaking, but it's
you got a double paddle. Yeah, you got a double paddle.
Yeah, so if you're kayaking,
you're banging the miles out, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah. You're one-sided unless you can.
Well, I put it.
Good, I love being on the water.
You'll see in this video that I'm going to put up. I don't know when I'm gonna do it next, but this 10-mile video that I did, the 5 miles down to Wigan. I did Wigan. I did from up near us, which is Adlington. So I did Adlington to Wigan, and I went all the way to the end of the canal and then back So the end of the canal, yeah, it was fine. It was okay because I had the wind behind me. But coming back,
Yeah.
I was literally fighting the wind for all the way, literally all the way.
Isn't that the best bit though?
It's what
That's
the
the
best
bit.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
would
what
have
I
been.
enjoy.
It would have been
That's
until I
what
told Chris that I thought I was going to get robbed at Wigan.
The puppy's dead.
I had two guys. Following me going, I like that canoe. I really
Bobby's
like that
dead.
canoe. And I'm thinking, oh God, I'm dead. So yeah, I was going to get robbed at Wigan, but yeah, I managed it. I got back just. But yeah. No, I know what you mean. You kind of knuckle in and you get the bit between your teeth and you go for it.
Yeah, knuckle in. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'd describe.
Yeah.
The things that I do, things that you have to like knuckle down to get
Yeah,
through,
get down there and.
I haven't done much fundraising, or I always feel like a bit of a bugger. Ever tried to fundraise because I feel like everyone knows, like I love it. I love doing the challenges. I get a hit from it. I enjoy it. I always feel like a bit of a bugger trying to fundraise for it as well.
Yeah.
Lots of people tell me that I should do, but I haven't so far.
Yeah, it is. It is part of it. You want that. I don't know. It's like I could have give up yesterday. I could have turned around and said to my wife, "Let's come and pick me up. I've had enough. I'm done."
Nah.
But
Can't do
you
that.
don't do. And that's the thing with me. And I'm not what's it called in here, but once I've got something in between my teeth and I want it, I've got to go for it. And I'm itching to get it. And I've been out a couple of times this week, and I've done the rapids, I've done the mileage, and I'm going to try and get some more mileage in and clock up the pain, because that's what you need, isn't it? You've got to do it, and God willing, and what's it called? Yeah, we'll get through it, and hopefully raise a lot of awareness. Anyway, right.
How do I get the scary background on, mate?
Let's do
Tell
it.
me what I need to do, because what we're going to do now, folks, is bedtime stories. There's only two little ones. There's one about a bit of a romantic tale down in Cornwall, the West Country, and the other one is a bit more, a bit of a nod to the Duke of Edinburgh and his era, the Phantom Huntsman of Windsor. So I thought that'd be quite poignant and timely, mate. So if I put this on, Chris's last bedtime horror stories.
Come on.
How do I get on a spooky background, mate?
Right,
can you do it?
Actually, I think I might be able to. Let me share screen.
Because if you can share it, mate, and I'll do the speaking.
I think.
And don't worry, everyone, we are nearly at the end of the live stream. Brimus, this live show is more segments than Terry's Chocolate Orange. Well, this is the ending. This might be the very last live, so I'm sure you'll all be weeping into your Kleenex at this.
One sec.
Let Ant work his magic. But the first story, while Ant's clicking away, was based in the West Country, down into Cornwall. As the lovers of Porthuguara. There you go.
Why have we not got that up? Hang on, I know why.
I don't know where to turn my light off, get it all spooky. Tracy, don't have nightmares.
Never.
I know why it's not working. Here we go.
Here we go. Ants on it, clicking away.
2 seconds and we'll have it.
Everyone, get your lights off. Get the spooky ambience.
Got mine off.
Yeah. Just get a candle on. Get your Ouija boards out. your glass tipping experiments. Let me see if I can set my big one off. I'm scared, Ant.
I'm really trying. I'm scared because I'm not getting it up.
Oh, Ant's thrown himself out. He'll come back in below. He'll like click himself back in. If he doesn't,
light off.
He could have been murdered by someone in his cupboard under the stairs. Let me just text him. Technical problems. Here he is. What are you doing?
I know, yeah.
Ah.
Hang on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. This is horrific. Start talking, Chris, quick.
I can share. Have you got the option to share?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me just see.
Last time you did it. If not, mate, I'll just crack on. We'll give it 1 more minute. Gary, good night. Thank you very much for watching. There's a lawnmower. Someone's mowing the lawn. I just heard the lawnmower.
Here we go.
Turn the light off. I can't bloody see.
Just see if that's coming up. Now.
I can't see the words. Christ alive. Let me.
That should come up.
The whole bottle.
Is this your second bottle of Prosecco?
Nearly. That's the last.
Come on, Ant.
Is that showing?
No.
Right, let's try that. Allow. And then if I do this, tell me if it works.
Right, wait. Oh. There we go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We got it?
Have we got any audio, mate, or are we going to be little for it?
Yeah, I don't think you can put audio on.
Here we go. Right, can everyone see that? Here we go. Turn the lights down low. The first one's a bit of a romantic story. So it's the lovers of Porthgwarra. This one's from the West Country. So, south of Land's End, the hamlet of Porthgwarra was once known as Sweetheart's Cove. Many years ago, Nancy, the daughter of a farmer, fell in love with a sailor called William. Her parents disapproved of him, and the lovers were forbidden to meet. Just before William joined his ship, they managed one last meeting in this cove. They vowed that they would be true to one another forever, and, living or dead, they would meet again. No news came from the sailor for many months, and Nancy, growing more melancholy every day, watched for his ship from nearby Hella Point, which became known as Nancy's Garden. Eventually, she became quite mad and did little but lament the loss of her lover. One moonlit night, an old woman sitting on the cliff top saw Nancy walk down to the cove and sit on a rock that was partially surrounded by water. The tide began to rise, but the girl continued to gaze out to sea. The old woman, seeing the danger that the girl was in, decided to go down and warn her of the rising water. When she arrived on the beach, she was surprised to see a sailor beside the young girl with his arm around her. Believing Nancy to be safe, the old woman sat down to watch, but the lovers did not move, and, with increasing concern, the old woman called out to them. But neither heeded her warning. Suddenly, they appeared to float off over the sea and then vanish. Nancy was never seen again, and the next day, word came that William's ship had foundered with all hands. So they're all basically dead. So yeah, Nancy and William, they didn't have a very happy ending on that one. Skipping along. Skipping along, Anne. You've just missed the tale of Nancy and William.
All right. 1 sec. Can you... Oh, God.
Oh,
We don't
God.
want that. The
I'm
trouble
looking down
is,
at the bottom, mate.
Something like
It was all right.
the trouble is, we have to do that, and then you can't. I can't see you guys.
I've got you both in the air.
Hang on a minute. Yeah.
I can see you three on the left there.
And then if I do that, then you've got it.
Yeah,
You've got it all there.
yeah, that's
But then
fine,
you don't
mate.
get my glorious looks. So it's really.
Hey,
what do you
you
want?
three
Do
are
you want a
down- you three-
graveyard and trees, or do you want my looks? It's up to you.
Well, you three are down the left, but you know, let's kill
There
that
was
one
no
out.
laughs. There was no laughs there. It's like a tumbleweed again.
So
Okay.
last one. Got to have some seriousness. To Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. This is obviously a poignant one.
Okay.
Nod the old cap in his direction for this one. This is
Yeah,
a story of Windsor's Phantom Huntsman.
Ooh, nice.
And if you look in the book, mate, it looks where I'll just see if it can be picked up on here.
I can't see
minute.
it. I've just got
Look at that.
I've got a lot of trees and snow.
Look at that.
What's it
You
look
see
like,
it?
Tracy? Tracy, tell me. Tell me what it looks like. I can't see.
I can see a horse.
Look at that sitting in it.
forest, and a moon and a castle in the background. You've got me proper like close up now on this camera.
This is
Let's have a breath.
this is
Hideous
sounding like
creature.
ants camping quiz.
Here we go. Let's get it over and done with. Christ, I won't have to do any more of these ever again. Christ, the bloody life. Windsor's Phantom Huntsman. A poignant nod to the Duke of Edinburgh. Right, Here we go. Since the mighty bastions of Windsor have protected monarchs from their subjects from the time of the Norman conquest, it is not surprising that the ghosts within the castle are wholly royal. The quick, determined footsteps that hurry through the library are said to be those of Elizabeth I. By contrast, the steps in the cloisters are slow and halting. These may be echoes of Henry VIII dragging his ulcerated leg through eternity. One visible manifestation is that of poor, demented George III, who, in his periodical bouts of madness, used to be shut into a room overlooking the parade ground. From there, he would watch his soldiers drilling, and several modern subalterns have been startled to see his face at the same window, called there apparently by the sound of marching and drilling men. And mute your mic.
You got me drinking, man. You got me drinking. Go on. Oh, God, really?
Outside the castle, the ancient fortress of Windsor Great Park, the ancient forest of Windsor Great Park, is the province of Herne the Hunter. Festooned with chains and with a stag's antlers growing from his brow, he is most often seen at times of national crisis near the site of a great oak that once grew in the park. He may also be aroused by impudence. It is said that his last appearance in 1962 was brought about by a group of youths who found a hunt. In 1962, was brought about by a group of youths who found a hunting horn in the forest one night and blew it at the edge of the clearing.
I swear he picked him on purpose.
Oh, Christ alive. They were immediately answered by a similar call and the baying of hounds. Then Herne himself, riding a black horse, his ragged antlers silhouetted against the sky. Terrified, the youths dropped the horns and fled. Bloody hell, Ant. According to legend, Herne was a royal huntsman who saved the king's life by interposing his own body between a wounded stag and his master. As he lay there, mortally wounded, a wizard appeared and told the king that the only way to save Herne's life was to cut off the stag's antlers and tie them to the huntsman's head.
It only takes a minute, girl.
Herne recovered and for several years enjoyed the king's favour. But the other huntsmen, jealous of his influence, persuaded the king to dismiss him. And Herne went out and hanged himself. He has haunted Windsor Great Park ever since.
Wow.
The king's name is variously given as Henry VII, Henry VII, Henry VIII, and Richard II, but in fact, Herne was associated with the park long before kings came to Windsor.
Before it was a park, I bet. Yeah.
His stag's antlers almost certainly identify him as Cernunnos, Celtic god of the underworld. Once he must have worshipped in the park. It would seem that the guards his ancient shrine still.
I wonder if that's where I'm going on a stag do come from. I reckon it is. Hey, listen, mate. What are you doing next weekend? I'm going on a stag do. I bet that's where it was from. I can imagine that's where it's from. Wow.
Right then. What we're going to do, we're going to say our goodbyes. So thank you very much, Tracy, for spending 2 hours of your life
Thank
awesome, Tracy.
on the internet.
Did you enjoy it though?
I did. It was something new.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it?
You need to get yourself a Blue Yeti and a proper webcam, mate. You'll be sorted. Get yourself a Blue Yeti.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
No,
yeah,
but no.
enjoyed it, that's
Wait,
the
hang
main
on a minute.
thing.
Let me just put that banner up. Everyone, anyone who's got Instagram, go over now or when you wake up in the morning, go and follow Tracy, Wonder Woman, Wonder_woman. I've spelt it bloody wrong, I think. Wonder Woman 35. Just search for Wonder Woman. You'll find her on Instagram. Tracy, thank you very much for at short notice agreeing to come on here. We'll have a few more, to be fair, but you are the first guest. You've coped remarkably well with the
onslaught. It's been an onslaught,
yeah. So yeah, 2 hours. You've done a bottle of prosecco in, and we appreciate that. You've done very well there. So,
yeah.
You've done what?
Thank you.
Good. Ant, again, thank you, everyone. You've heard Ant's call to action. You will see anyone links.
Link,
Ant needs to drop his link in. Anyone who's not, just click on YouTube, Survive the Night. You will find Ant's channel there, and you'll find links to the cracking adventure, which is to come to raise money for a very, very, very worthy cause. So get on and subscribe to Ant as well. Sadly, Tony wasn't with us on this one because he was otherwise engaged, but Tony's a big part of it, and he's been with us on all the live streams. So if you wouldn't mind, look for Tony Noble. Anyone's into the photography, give him a follow on YouTube and Instagram also. But yeah, we're all waiting for the green light, which of course happens on Monday. We can all go wild camping again. Thanks for putting up with my rambling local walk videos where I walk around Ormskirk and tell you everything that you've heard every single other time. And I cook super noodles on the stove. I appreciate you putting up with it. And
nothing wrong with it, pal. Nothing
normal
wrong
service will resume soon. I got some cracking footage today with Ant on the West Pennine Moors in the snow, and I will try my very best to get that video edited and uploaded and ready for YouTube by tomorrow night. In the meantime, Look after each other. Be nice. Tell everyone else, not you lot, but tell everyone else to take the litter home, because we're all a good crowd on here.
Oh, yeah.
And spread the love in the outdoors community. Thanks for tuning in. Don't be too scared. Don't have nightmares. And we will see you on our respective platforms and potentially on some more lives in the future. Thanks, guys. Thanks you very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
See you on the next one. Bye. Bye.